Yo, 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 it's your boy Big Easy, and I'm back with another banger. And I don't know about you guys, but ever since I was a little kid, I always would imagine what it would be like if superheroes were real. Like what if Superman was real? What if you could actually go and see Superman, or even Batman, Wonder Woman? What if you could meet your favorite hero? You know what I mean? Like, how would it be if the superheroes that we know and love were actually real in the real society that we live in today, with social media and basically the internet running everything? And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to be talking about The Boys. Now, just like I explained, The Boys is basically a show about what if the superheroes that we all know and love were in today's society, dealing with everyday problems like you and me. And let's be honest, even if superheroes were real, think about it. You think they're just gonna be sitting in a cave all day, just bored as fuck, talking to each other? No, they're gonna have real life problems as well, especially if they're gonna be living amongst us. Like, they're gonna have egos, they're gonna have times where they're depressed, like they're gonna have anger problems, everyday problems that you and I have. It's gonna apply with them as well. And so The Boys go further into that rabbit hole. And I'm not gonna lie, this is not your average superhero show, okay? Do not get this mixed up with the Justice League or the Avengers. Nah, nigga, this is a whole nother level. This shit get real messy real quick, bro. I'm just being honest. So if you don't fuck with gore like that, or you someone who don't really mess with blood, this is not the show for you, all right? Because I'm telling you now, I'm giving y'all a warning, this is not your average superhero show. And we start off by seeing these two kids talking about their favorite heroes. Who's better, Translucent or the Deep? But before they could even go any further, it's a speeding truck heading straight for them. But out of nowhere, we see this woman jump right in front of it. And we can see this is sort of the Wonder Woman of this world. And now the boys are held at gunpoint, but then we see those infamous red laser beams. And this is obviously a nod to Superman, of course.
You boys okay?
And now the kids are safe. They're taking pictures, celebrating and all that. And we then turn our attentions to this guy named Huey Campbell. And he's a technician at this electronics store. And not too long after, we get to meet Huey's girlfriend named Robin. And they talk about how they're getting ready to move in together. All this nice stuff, Typical lover stuff. Typical boyfriend-girlfriend talk.
You ever besmirch Billy Joe?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
And we're left wondering what the hell just happened. As we see the screen slowly pan over, we see nothing but jelly splattered all over the screen. And see, I told y'all, bro, this stuff gets real messy real fast, man. I'm trying to tell you. Like, I can't even show this on YouTube, I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm pretty sure this is too much. All thanks to this guy right here, the Black Flash. But in the show, his name is A-Train, but he's basically the Flash. And that's another thing. This show isn't just about what if the heroes that we know and love were in this world, but it's also more or less how realistic would their actions actually be. Because we see time and time again in these Marvel movies and DC movies, we have these big fights and stuff, and even like cartoons, we see these fights and all this. We see cities get destroyed, and there's like no casualties. Like, how are you going to destroy an entire building and then just not acknowledge the fact that there's probably families in there? There's kids, mothers, fathers. And that's what The Boys touch up on. Like, The Boys show the real aspect of this shit. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it's insane. Like this moment right here where she just combust in thin air. Like, bro, like that's what would happen if someone ran through you or ran into you at over however fast this nigga was running. I don't know. I'm not a power scaler. And the dude is fucked up. He don't even stop to make sure everything's okay. He's just,
I can't stop.
and yeah, so that shit is crazy. We fast forward a little bit to see that the company who owns these superheroes, yes, I said it, a company owns the superheroes. That's another thing. Like, these superheroes aren't doing this stuff on their own pure kindness or whatever. No, these boys, they're here for marketing. They're here for movies, toys, video games. Like, this is big corporate. This is big vault. And there are some heroes who do want to do good, They actually want to help people. But for the most part, majority of these soups and vault are mainly worried about looking good to the public, keeping their points up, trying to get on everybody's good side, all that kind of corporate stuff, and less worried about the actual well-being of other people. So the soups are basically a giant marketing tool. And so the company that owns these heroes, Vault International, they cover up this story and make it seem like A-Train was stopping a bank robbery or something. And they try to get Huey to sign an NDA, or a non-disclosure agreement. And this basically means that he can't discuss this situation with anybody. And they even offer him $40,000 to sweeten up the offer. But Huey denies this. He denies all of it. And he tries to convince his father that they need to keep fighting for Robin. But his father tells him that these niggas are lawyered up. Like, they're not going to win this case. It's pointless. And so later that night, we meet somebody named Billy Butcher. He tells Huey he's an undercover fed, and he's working to expose the truth behind the soups. And I'm not gonna lie, as soon as I heard this dude speak, I knew he was gonna be one of my favorite characters. Like, this dude funny as hell, man. He be saying some wild ass shit.
You wanna watch me have a wank? It'll cost you a tenner.
Pause.
And he tries to explain to Huey that these heroes are not what they seem. And Butcher takes Huey to a secret hideout for soups, where they can go and be as wild as they want to be without anybody knowing. I'm not gonna lie, bro, there are some freaky people here, bro. I mean, we see a nigga like Ant-Man literally diving into the coochie. There's niggas bumping uglies on chandeliers and shit. Like, bro, this place is crazy as hell, bro. And Butcher takes Huey to the back where he can see that A-Train was here last night. And he's talking with another soup about what happened with Robin yesterday.
I cannot believe you ran through a bitch. I ran so fast through this bitch that I swallowed one of her molars. Dude, that's nasty. You're laughing. Like she's a joke.
And Butcher ain't making it no better. He instigating this shit, talking about some.
So what are you gonna do about it?
I'm fucking kidding!
Now let's take a break for Huey for just a moment, as we're introduced to one of the other soups in the show, Starlight. And Starlight isn't like the rest of these heroes, if I'm being completely honest. Like, Starlight is actually one of these heroes who has a genuine heart. She comes from a small town in Iowa, and all she wants to do is join her favorite superhero team, the Seven. And luckily for her, they're having auditions, and she goes and she gets the spot. And after her introduction, the Deep takes her back to the headquarters where he introduces her and shows her around. And she talks about how growing up, she had a crush on the Deep. And, you know, this is a little cute little, you know, back and forth, you know, it may be a little something. And usually when somebody tells you that they have a crush on you, you know, you kind of take it slow, you know, you go through a talking stage, you know, see if there's anything there for real, you know. But the Deep, nah, man, the Deep, that nigga went straight to business. He said, oh, you got a crush on me? What you trying to do then? And this nigga really starts being his jerky. Like, bro, this nigga really peeled back his potato. This nigga is nasty, bro. This nigga is weird. Get this nigga the fuck out of here.
You're
and
weird.
Obviously, Starlight is disgusted by this dude. Like, dude, you are trash. You are scum. You're disgusting. She tells him to keep his freaky ass away from her. And I'm not gonna lie, she better than me, because I would have burnt that nigga shit off. I'm not gonna lie. I would have turned his shit to a crisp. What is you talking about? But then he hits her with the blackmail. He tells her, listen, little lady, I'm number 2 around here. So that means if Homelander's number 1, if he's the captain, I'm the co-captain. Anything that gets to him goes through me first. So if you want to stay here on the 7, I suggest you better show me what that mouth do. And this is fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. But it stops here, because in the comics, it's only worse. I'm not even gonna say what happens in the comics. After this happens, she's trying to get the taste of semen out her mouth. Get it? Semen. Because he belongs in the ocean. And before she leaves the bathroom, there's another fucking creep in there. This dude butt-ass naked, spying on her because he can turn invisible. Like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, this would have been my first and last day here, bro. These ain't no superheroes. These some super freaks. The League of Lustfulness, that's what this is. And we fast forward a little bit, and we see that Huey and Annie finally link up. Like, these two finally meet for the first time. And you know what? It seems like a little spark is there, you know, even though Huey's girlfriend got turned into a can of Campbell's soup and Annie had a mouthful of fish stick, you know, but that's neither here or there. The two seem like they're having somewhat of a connection. And now the two go their separate ways, and we see that Huey and Butcher decide to link up again. They're trying to figure out a way to sabotage these soups. And Butcher explains to Huey that he wants him to call Vault back, and he wants Huey to tell them that he's going to accept the NDA, but only if he gets to speak with A-Train. And after Huey works up the courage and stops acting like a little bitch, Huey makes his way inside, and I'm not gonna lie, bro, this nigga is a complete mess, bro. This nigga looks like he's about to break down, bro. Like, I don't know what's wrong with him, bro. He really looks like he's seen a ghost or something, bro. Like, bro looks like he's about to throw a mom spaghetti, bro. I'm not gonna lie. And he goes to the bathroom to try to get himself under control. And he's so nervous, he drops the freaking bug in the bathroom. Thankfully, nobody notices.
fuck?
And he continues with the plan, and he signs the NDA and plants the bug. And I'm not gonna lie, my boy Huey, he's living right now, bro. His little heartbeat is bumping out his chest. And just to show the butcher how cool he is, he rips up the $40,000 check that they gave him. And I'm not gonna lie, bro, you stupid for that, because you could have kept that money, bro. You ain't gonna catch me throwing away $45,000. Like, you could have kept the money and took down the soups. Like, bro, what are you doing? Now you lost your girlfriend and you're broke. And Huey's finishing his day job, and he's about to close up the store until he hears somebody walk in, and he tries to tell them that they're closed, but he doesn't see anybody.
Pussy, I followed you from the fucking tower.
And I'm gonna be honest, bro, this dude Huey stands no chance, bro. Like, he's getting his stuff mixed up right now. But Butcher comes in with the save and turns Translucent into some roadkill. Turned that nigga into ground chicken, bro, I'm not gonna lie. And Butcher and Translucent get to swapping hands, and I'm not gonna lie, Butcher is holding his own. Even though he's not a soup himself, he's really holding his own. He's giving Translucent that work. And thanks to Huey, they was able to get Translucent the help he needs, you know, get him that defibrillator. They was like, clear, turned this nigga into some charred barbecue. After they wrap their heads around what just happened, Butcher tells Huey that they gotta get Translucent's body out of here. And Huey tells him that they could just wait for the cops to show up because he can explain to them that it was self-defense. And then Butcher drops the bomb on Huey.
They said, look, technically I'm not a Fed.
What? Then who the fuck are you?
Now, there's one last person I forgot to mention, and we've mentioned about most of every other character. You know, we've mentioned Starlight, we mentioned Huey, Butcher. Now, let's get into one of our main characters, one of the main focal points of this show, and if I'm being completely honest, he's one of the reasons why this show is actually so popular, and that's Homelander. Homelander is literally like, I don't even know, he's like a ticking time bomb, because you don't know what he's gonna do, you don't know what he's up to or what his next move is, you feel me? And we see a clear example of that later on in the show. And we turn our attentions to the vice president of Vault, Madeline Stillwell, and she's having a negotiation with one of these mayors, and she's offering up one of her soups, Nubian Prince, to protect the mayor's city. And she offers this deal up for $300 million a year. And the mayor, he's not really going for it, he's not feeling it, and he tells her that we can go down to 200 mil. And when she denies this offer, he tells her that she better think about it good because he knows about Compound V.
What is Compound V?
And at first, we don't know what that is. We don't know what he's talking about, but we know it's something critical because she's acting all suspicious now. And also, we see what seems to be Homelander in the back afterwards. And she's trying to get the mayor to be quiet about things, you know, because she don't want this rumor about Compound V getting out there and all that. And he agrees. He agrees to not say a word about it. But you know, like, you know that feeling when you ask someone not to tell a secret and you know they're still gonna probably tell somebody? That's about the vibe that we get here. Like, yeah, you say you're not gonna do it, but are you really not gonna do it? When we next see the mayor, he's on a flight on his way home, and he's talking with his son, trying to calm him down because of the rough turbulence and all that, whatever. And his son looks out the window, and you know, it's not a bird, it's not a plane, it's not even Jack Frost, no, it's Homelander. And the son is excited. This is his favorite superhero.
What's he doing out here? Oh my God.
Now, I wanted to drop the entire first season this video, but I think this is a good place to stop. This is only the first episode of things, guys. So if you guys enjoyed this, if you guys want me to cover more of this, please leave a like and let me know in the comments down below. And like I said before, if you have any suggestions about any videos you want me to check out, any movies, any TV shows, just let me know in the comments down below. If you guys like what you see, please hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. I'm Biggie Zay, and I'm gonna catch you on the next one, man. I'm out.